When the captain shouts opportunity, they learn that when opportunity emerges, it must dictate your priority, it must dictate your attention, it must dictate your focus, and it must dictate the pace at which you do what you do. I want to tell you this morning, God is a God of opportunity. And when God gives opportunity, and when a God opportunity comes, it's got to change everything about you. It must dictate your priority, it must dictate your attention, it must dictate your focus, and it must dictate the pace at which you do life. Why? Because opportunity doesn't come to pause. Opportunity comes to pass. And if you don't seize it, you may regret the moment. In John chapter 9, an amazing story. Jesus is walking around and he sees this blind man. And his disciples start asking him a question. Why is this man blind? Did he sin? Did the parents sin? And you know, Jesus was a master at taking situations and turning them around. And Jesus decides to use this moment as a teachable moment. And so his response to the disciples is that, look, neither did this man sin nor the parents sin, but that the works of God must be established. I must work the works of God whilst it is still day. So what Jesus is saying is that let me not get into who sinned or who has not sinned. But what I see in front of me is opportune. And my opportunity is for me to do the works of God whilst it is still day. He says, for the night is coming when no man can work. 6 months after this incident, Jesus was crucified and he died on the cross. Which means this, had he not prayed for this man at that opportune time, he would have missed an opportunity. And so today I want to show you 4 levels of opportunity that come to all of us, either one at a time or they come all at once. Kairos speaks of a fixed season with purpose. God creates these opportunities. It speaks of when God brings things to a head. Almost like when it's time for the baby to be born. Once a child is ready to be born, there is nothing that can stop that process. And in spite of the predictions from the doctor and the Sono scan, only God and the baby know the time. And when that time comes, there is nothing that anybody can do to stop it. Because the Kairos time has come. This Kairos time is when God brings together all things you need in order to move to the next level in your life or to the higher level of your life. Kairos speaks of a God opportunity marked by hearing God's voice afresh and anew. In Kairos time, God speaks something new and something fresh. Kairos is a favorable opportunity. It's time as it brings forth several events. It's a season which time gives opportunity to give. It's an opportune time. The fullness of time. Mamalang. It's a set time. It's a season. We see this in Genesis 18. God had given to Abraham and Sarah a promise that they will have a child. Like every one of God's promises, it may not happen tomorrow. Mara, one day is one day.